Hello and welcome to the Children of Skyrim update. It's like 8, 9, I don't know. I never know. Also, I think I changed the name to the Of Skyrim podcast. I'm actually bouncing that idea around with Havard at the moment. So, welcome Havard, our lovable bear.
Hello there, Nick.
How are you doing?
Okay, I'm okay. Got a bit of an allergy thing going on, so if I sound a little like I'm underwater, I apologize for that, but I'm good.
You don't sound like anything underwater because you'd usually be dead.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay? I mean, you were not gurgling. We're alright. For this interview, Havard and I have pre-agreed to a drinking game. It is also St. Patrick's Day as we record this, so we may or may not have already had a few drinks.
Probably a safe bet that we have.
It's most likely a safe bet that we have. Very much so. So here are the rules to the drinking game. Just so we're clear, and by the end we'll forget about it and just keep on drinking. 1 drink per question. 1 drink per answer. 1 drink per the word fuck. And 1 drink per Havard's massive burps.
What if we have multi-part answers?
I think 1 drink per part.
Okay, fair enough.
Is that fair?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Okay. I think that's good. So you're now all aware of the rules and why about an hour into this we will sound wasted. So, first question. What are you drinking?
I'm having, so they were out of stout today, which kind of pissed me off. But however, I'm having a lovely Anchor Porter, which is about as close as I could get in such short notice.
Yeah. Did you ever have a left-hand milk stout? Oh, wait, never mind. Never mind. That's a bad question.
Why, never mind?
The whole milk thing.
No, actually, I fucking love those. And there you go.
Really? They're delicious.
Well, I said I love those.
Yeah, so that was 2 drinks.
Oh, well.
I hope we're keeping track here. We should have a little counter.
You can edit it in.
Yeah, if I remember. All right, on to the more official aspect of... Oh, I never answered what I was drinking. I'm drinking Liquor 43 and Half and Half, which better known as a mini beer. So, I gotta keep my shit together.
Yeah, you do.
All right, actual interview.
All right.
What characters do you play, Havard?
So mainly I play Havard Elised. He also has a brother who's been making an appearance lately, named Ansgar Elised. He's kind of an evil kind of dude. Other than that, really nothing. Nothing long standing.
I was gonna say, you're one of the people that play a single character quite often.
Yes.
You're not an altaholic.
I am not.
Which I appreciate, because I'm not an altaholic either. I mean, I think we've both played our characters for about 2 years straight now.
Yeah, I think so.
So Havard is, I think, officially the harbinger of the Hammer of Atmora. Am I correct?
Yes. So,
As I said, do you want to talk about the story of, or the journey that it took for him to get there?
sure. How far back do we want to go?
As far back as you want to go.
All right.
From
so I'll
creation.
be brief. Yeah, I'll be brief. He originated in Hjalmarch as, a son of fishmongers, basically. And he participated in the Akaviri War as the apprentice of a battlefield surgeon because he knew how to stitch things from mending nets. Excuse me, that was only a small burp, so that doesn't count.
Yeah, I didn't even hear that one, so.
Yeah. So he kind of developed some hallmark traits during his time during the Akaviri War. If anybody listening has had the pleasure of witnessing any of his dissociative disorder problems, that's where that originated from. And so beginning in, the ESO times, he originally was a member of the Oathsworn, which, yeah, there's some mixed feelings about that guild, I guess.
Not anymore because they're dead.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah, there were some things that I really didn't agree with that were going on. I really tried to kind of take care of the people rather than the politics. And I think I was fairly able to keep my nose clean through all of that, but I guess history will be the judge.
Well, here's how you can judge. You're still around.
I am still around. Yeah, that's true.
Maiden is not, or Meeden. Mydane, whatever the hell his name was.
Yeah, fucking Storm Fifths.
Yeah, that guy. Anywho.
That was another one, by the way.
Was it?
Yeah.
Great, we're on shot 7 already.
Right. So yeah, after the... I don't know how much I want to get into that, right? But
okay, so basically after the Iron Sigil and the Oathsworn had their war, let's put it.
Correct.
There was some drama, and out of that drama inspired...
Yes, so there were some stops along the way, I have to say, and not all of them were very good, but eventually we founded the Hammerbat Mora. And I can say that it was mostly Thorolf's idea, but I kind of brought the people, if that makes sense. There was a very tight-knit group that I took out of the Oathsworn, and they basically followed me around for a while. And that formed the core of the Hammerbat Mora.
So Thorolf had the idea of, because the Hammervat Mora is known as the Companions Guild. Is that
Correct.
Something you guys thought about, or was it just something that came along through the way?
Well, originally, no. So originally, we kind of had this idea of more of a community guild, where we would all be kind of like normal people-ish, differing jobs and all this kind of thing, but we would be kind of a proto-democracy, much in the way of, like the Scandinavian all things and whatnot.
Right.
Which I think over time we realized was not really suitable for a single guild. It was more of a community thing, and I guess this is kind of leading into one of the other questions, but one of the first things that we did was tried to form what I like to call proto-COS, right? It wasn't quite Children of Skyrim yet, but there was a moot held between all these different guild leaders, and I think we famously neglected to invite Nick.
You did.
I did.
You know who invited me, though? You want to know who invited me?
I'm going to drink to that, because that was my bad.
Uh-huh. Yeah. You want to know who invited me, though?
And first beer gone, by the way.
Mateus invited me to the moot.
He did, yes.
How's that make you feel?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I remember the first time I actually met Havard and Thorolf. They busted into Gearman's Hall.
Yes.
And
this is a funny story, by the way.
They just busted in. I'm pretty sure you both were drunk. Yes. I didn't know you at the time.
Pretty sure.
And you had pre-planned your posts, it seemed.
We did.
You just came in.
We did not, by the way.
Oh, no? Okay.
No, we didn't.
But you just came in, and all of a sudden, it was just stomping all over the place. The Vigilant were labeled as Dunmer bootlickers.
Hey, they didn't. Okay. Your bartender failed to serve Nord's mead. In a feasting hall. In a feasting hall. We didn't know this. To our defense, we didn't know this.
I tried to whisper you that they were AFK. So the next thing, Tata, who was the bartender, was AFK, and so I had whispered Thorolf, or I think it was Thorolf at the time, saying that Tata was AFK. And all of a sudden, I see Havard just hop over the bar and just start scrapping drinks. And I think after they had their drink, they just kind of set it down and then walked out. That was the end of it.
Yeah, that sounds about right, actually.
Yeah, so you came in, told us we were Dunmer bootlickers, stole drinks because, apparently we weren't serving mead. I think you called us Dunmer bootlickers once more, and then you stormed out. And that was my first experience with you guys.
And it probably didn't get much better from there, did it?
Well, the second experience, I think, was you getting kicked out of the Morrowind moot. So, no.
Which one?
All of them?
All of them, yeah. Okay. Just to, get the record straight. Yeah, I don't think I've been to a moot that I haven't been kicked out of.
But you always get kicked out in character, too. So, it's
correct.
It's not anything out of character. It's just Havard's like, oh, you stupid Dunmer, and then Dunmer get all offended, and then there's a fight, and then they're both asked to leave.
Yes.
That's usually what happens. Mm-hmm. It's not that you're, like, spewing out of character hate or anything.
No,
just to put that on record.
Not at all. Yeah. And thanks for pointing that out.
Oh, anytime. I try to look out for you. Mm-hmm. That brings me to about drink 10.
Nice.
And the actual beginnings of the Children of Skyrim. I'm actually... you and I talk about this quite often, but it was... I wasn't talking to you at the start of it. It was Thorolf and I at the most, because you were out with an injury, I think, at that time. You had broken a rib or something.
Yes.
So, what's your experience with the beginnings of Children of Skyrim?
Well, like I said, not much. I was in a lot of pain. And I was having fake heart attacks. If anybody wants to, learn about that, I can school them. But yeah, I showed up probably, I don't know, like a month after everything had been put back together, and I was just a normal person amongst the ranks, I guess, for a while. Or my dog is whining back there.
I know, it's amazing. So was it? Whenever I was talking I originally was talking to Thorolf pretty hard about it, but you were also involved in a little bit of the planning, right?
I was. I kind of was in the back, I guess. I wasn't really up front when it first happened.
So what's your favorite moment about the start of COS and how it's evolved since then?
Favorite moment, huh? I don't know, really. I mean, so much of what I have done has been behind the scenes, out of character kind of stuff. I would say the vast majority of what I've done has been behind the scenes, more of an administrative type role. I don't know if I really have a favorite. Most of it was like chasing after drama and telling people they were idiots,
We had many a long night about that, didn't we?
We did.
All right. So what's the Hammer of Atmore up to now? Like, what's? I know that you mentioned Ansgar earlier.
Yes.
So I've heard he's causing trouble. Do you want to go on about that?
Sure. So as of right now, Havard's evil brother has successfully infiltrated Fellowstone Hall and raised every interred companion in the vaults below as a drugger. And he sits, basically as the master of Fellowstone Hall. We've been evicted. And so we're planning our revenge at this point.
Oh, wow.
Right?
So a horde of Draugr up in the vaults.
Correct.
Raise up, kick the companions out, take the hall over.
Yes.
And the Hammer of Atmore is just standing there like, what?
Well, to be fair, they fought back. I actually played Ansgar, so, and not Havard in this particular plot line. So they fought back pretty hard, but yeah, I guess the dice were not in their favor.
I was gonna say, do we want to diss Rockthor?
Yeah, actually, so Rockthor has been screwed up pretty heavily a couple times now by a Banekin, of all things.
A Banekin. A Banekin.
Banekin, yeah. Actually, this Banekin hit him critically twice in one particular encounter.
I don't know how. I feel bad for Rockthor. I mean,
right?
that's not something you want to go down in the history books as.
Yep.
And I mean, we're recording this now,
We
making
are.
fun of him for
We are.
it, so
So-
it's going down in the history books.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's very true.
Sorry.
Sorry, Rockthor. You know I love you, buddy.
You can blame the dice. You can be that new meme for the dice if you want. So, I mean, this brings us to community question time. You got your drink lined up?
I do. Yeah.
You're only on beer 1.5, aren't you?
About, yeah.
I'm like half a bottle of liquor 43 in. Anywho.
Size of your shots, man.
I know. They're like double shots.
Right.
I don't play around, man. It's St. Patty's Day.
Apparently not.
Where did the name Havard come from?
So, yeah.
Also, hold on. Let's put in the full name, Havard Elised.
Yes. Okay. So, I was actually really glad that I got this question. Because my character names are always based on real names. I don't just, pick random letters or whatever. The name
You don't
Havard.
just do fantasynamegenerator.com?
No,
What?
not at all. No, I actually go look up names in, whatever language. So, Havard means either High Defender or High Guardian in Old Norse.
Okay.
And,
That's fair.
and the name Elised is an actual ancient Celtic name meaning kind, of all things.
Oh, what happened?
Right?
I mean, there's nothing kind about Havard at all.
Of course.
Got lost in translation.
Yep.
All right, so he's a kind... Oh, what was the first half? Shield?
Defender, basically.
Defender. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a
and,
kind defender.
and that actually does fit his personality, I think, pretty well.
I think it does as well. Yeah. Did you have to match the name with what you thought the personality was, or?
So the funny thing is that I had no intention of ever actually role playing with Havard.
Why is it that everybody I interview had no intention of role playing on their main character?
Right. So Ansgar was actually the first character that I made in ESO, and I've re-rolled him like 3 times now. I never have been really satisfied with him. Havard was actually made as an experiment. This was early on when stamina builds were totally just non-viable, right? And the experiment...
I don't know anything about builds.
Right.
I'm a healer that I think I heal properly. I'm not sure.
No, you don't.
Thanks.
Yeah, no worries, man. I actually don't know.
I was just say all I do is stick next to you during our PvP nights and just heal.
Correct. But I'm also healing. So yeah.
We're both Templars. Doesn't help.
Yeah. So, so he was an experiment to see if I could make a viable, just straight up stamina build, which failed miserably. And I found myself quite by accident in Gearman's Hall one night. I think it was just after I had done the quest there. And there were people role-playing there, and I basically just stood in the corner and acted like a retarded drunk.
Which I think is the majority of Nord role players who don't know where they're at.
Yeah, and I think within about 10 minutes I had an invitation to the Oathsworn.
Now, that wasn't your first time role playing, was it?
I think it actually was my first time in ESO.
Well, yeah, I meant
Right.
outside of ESO. This isn't your
No,
first.
no, not at all. No, I've been doing this since, about 97 or 98.
Damn.
Yeah.
You know how old I was in 97?
I don't want to know.
I was 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was in high school. That's when Ultima Online came out, and that was the first game.
I've
that was
heard so many things
first
about
game that I
Ultima.
ever role-played in, yeah. Role-played in Orc, actually.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Gearman's Hall was the base of the Oathsworn for the longest time.
Correct.
So many stories I've heard.
Really not that long, to be honest.
Well, no, it was only like a couple months, I think, but that was very early on in the game.
Right.
So, I mean, for like a good portion of the early aspects of the game, the Oaths Sworn were based in Gearman's.
Right.
And I think Iron Sigil was Namalton?
No, they were in, was it Fulhelm?
Oh, okay. All right. So I forget. It was like 2.5 years ago. Time flies.
It was
man.
quite a while ago, yeah.
Time flies.
Mm-hmm.
So what brought you to ESO?
So I've actually been playing Elder Scrolls games since I think I had played both Daggerfall and Arena. I think. But I was, a, a very young person when
That's
that happened.
incredible.
Yeah.
You don't hear that much anymore.
Yeah. And certainly everyone after that I've played, with the exception of like Redguard, but I don't think anybody actually played that one, so it's all good.
So you played Skyrim pretty heavily. I know this for a fact because you actually made a mod, I believe, for Skyrim.
I made a few actually.
Okay.
Actually, the character Ansgar was originally a companion mod in Skyrim.
Are you still doing that? Like, is that a finished mod? Like, could I download it today?
Oh, are you talking about the Hammer of Balmoral one?
Yes.
No, I never finished that. There's a couple characters done, right? So there is a Havard character. There's an Asgardr Greywind character, which I think you interviewed him already. Mm-hmm. And there is a Spawn of the Fox character, and I believe a Reyna character, but it's not quite done. I kind of got really fed up trying to get Reyna just right.
I got you. Is that on Nexus or?
It's not. No, I never actually released it.
You should put a link somewhere on the site for that because I think a lot of people would be quite fun to. Because I know a lot of people still play Skyrim, so.
Yeah, I have too many hobbies and too many little projects and stuff. I would love to finish it,
Okay, well, we'll get back to your other hobbies because there's something very important coming up that you're doing now. But we're back to community questions.
Sure.
What is the best part of playing Havard?
I love being grumpy.
Really? That's.
I do.
I took two drinks because of that answer.
Yeah, no, there's more to it than that. There's more. Okay, that was kind of a joke. He really is a really layered character, right? There's a lot to him. The grumpiness is just kind of what he shows people that he doesn't know. There's also the dissociative disorders, if you don't know what I mean by that. Yeah.
It's basically PTSD. Right?
Exactly. Yeah, he's a very damaged individual, and that's fun to me. He's very tragic. I don't know. That's fun to me.
A question for me. The PTSD part is this is from a family experience, right?
No, not so much family.
Okay.
But I'm a veteran myself. I don't have any of these issues, but I do have a lot of friends that did. And I guess I kind of draw a little inspiration from that.
That was my point. Like, did you like draw inspiration from that just because of what you had seen around you?
Yeah, I mean, it may sound kind of weird, but it was kind of maybe an attempt to kind of put myself in their shoes a little bit.
I mean, it's not weird. I mean, we all do that as part of a story for, our characters. It's not like I'm a goofy, crazy Bosmer in real life.
Yeah, you are.
Sometimes I am. But, we have to draw inspiration from somewhere. So I didn't know exactly where yours had come to for that aspect of Havard.
Right.
Because it's not often that you see people with those disorders in ESO, even though there are about 4 wars in recent history.
Right. It's not, and I have to say that most of the people that I've seen do it don't resemble reality at all.
Yeah, so I mean, I think it would be more. I think it would actually be for all those people that say they were in the Akaviri War. I think it would be a very fun aspect to see. Of course, obviously, we're not going to have like the large hand grenade, sudden explosion PTSD that we hear about so much anymore with loud noises.
Correct.
But there's still going to be just nightmares of battle and everything.
Right.
Which is why whenever you like stumble across a let's say a peaceful or a pacifist Nord, it's just like, what?
Right.
All right. So best part of playing Havard is he's grumbly.
Mm-hmm.
Is that's caused you quite a few issues, hasn't it?
His grumpiness?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How many bars have you gotten kicked out of, or taverns? Sorry.
Man, you want an actual number or?
I mean, an actual number would be appreciated, but a guess is also very well, as long as it's in a numerical form.
I don't think that there is a tavern in Skyrim or Morrowind that he has not been kicked out of.
That should be an achievement.
At one point or another.
Roleplay achievements, and that should be one of them.
Yeah. Haven't made it down to Shadowfen, though. So, challenge me.
Not once?
Oh, no, I've been down there, but I haven't made it down there to get kicked out of a bar yet.
Well, that's because the Argonians are very chill. They just accept you into their river.
The Argonians are very dude.
Mm-hmm. Which we'll get to later.
Right.
Has Havard evolved much through your playing? So you said that your first experience role-playing with Havard is that you were a drunken slob at Gearman's.
Yes.
So I'm guessing there's been some evolution since then.
Absolutely. So, yeah, like I was saying, he was a broken drunk for a long time. That was kind of his shtick, He would say inappropriate things while other people were talking, basically.
Now, is this also a reflection of his time as a soldier?
It was at the time.
Okay.
Yeah. And over time, he kind of slowly put himself back together, mostly due to being saddled with responsibilities, and with other people's help.
All right.
I would say he's pretty high functioning now, but that wasn't always the case.
So what caused the evolution? Like, what were the major changes in his life that allowed him to be as such?
Like I said, the main thing was responsibility, right? He was given responsibility in the Oathsworn to begin with, and that kind of made him, he had to pull it together at that point. He couldn't continue being, this retard in the corner.
He had people under his care.
Yes, and he actually began to care about that, right? He's not a mean guy at all.
No, he's very passionate.
Yes.
I think if that's one word I would describe Havard as, it would be passionate, honestly. Which I think is a very nice term. So you're welcome.
I like that.
I don't give the passionate term to a lot of characters, but to me, Havard is very passionate about pretty much everything he does.
If he's not passionate about it, he doesn't do it.
Exactly, and so like that's one thing I picked up as even my character is a Bosmer, and Havard actually likes Iondale, which I mean took a lot of work,
yes.
But because of how passionate he is about Skyrim and all the things that he takes to heart, and I mean my character is an outsider to him, so obviously he's going to have to. Well, yes, was. But so that's something we actually had to work on, and from that experience of actually getting through all that, you learn a lot about a character. So,
yeah, and I hope that was a positive experience.
In character, always. Out of character, I mean, I think besides Jordan, you're the person I talk to most out of character in this community. So,
thank you.
I
did not know that.
think it's very positive.
Well, I like you too, buddy.
I mean, the amount of love we share on a daily basis.
You know, I.
What was that?
Yep.
Are you breaking into tears right now?
Yes. Actually, 2 times.
2 times. Oh, we should share 2 drinks for that. Drink pause. Oh, that works so much better when you actually have 2 shots lined up in front of you.
Right. I'm about to be
Yes.
out of beer within reach here in a second.
Do you want a refill break?
Let's do that. You have to edit it out so you don't annoy people.
Maybe I could just like sing songs back here while you're away.
It's up to you, man. It's your show.
Go get a drink, man. All right, so we are on to the final question from the community. The first one came from Tata, and the last 3 came from Dom, also Adelric, for those that know him. So he's apparently very curious about Havard.
Yes.
So this final question is, what is his relationship with the gods?
So I would say Havard's relationship with the gods is mostly indifferent. He's probably about as close to a doubter as you could get in Tamriel, right? He knows they exist, obviously, because you kind of can't in Tamriel. But he kind of doubts that they have any interest in what's actually going on, right? He thinks that they're probably just up there doing their own thing, and he really shouldn't worry about it.
That's fair. That's a fair statement. So we can't label him as an agnostic then.
No, I don't really think that it's possible in Elder Scrolls lore to be an agnostic.
I don't think so either. Especially, well, I mean now, like in Elder Scrolls Online lore, maybe.
Right.
But I think after Talos.
Well, I mean, but you've got Almalexia just like hanging out, right? I mean,
but that's also Dunmer. That's not.
well, true. It's not an Aedra, right?
Yeah, I think Nords could probably say that they're agnostic.
Right.
Until Talos. I think once Talos comes into play, I think at that point they're forced, unless of course that you don't believe that Talos is a god.
Which would make you an elf.
So, I mean, I think you're actually safe to say that he could be an agnostic at this point.
Maybe.
I don't know. Well, then you also have the Daedra.
Right.
So if you believe in a Daedra, you'd obviously have to believe in an Aedra, correct?
I think so. I think they're kind of 2 sides to the same coin, right?
Unless it's Two-Face's coin. Then they're all the same.
Right.
Man, this got deep real quick.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Poor buffalo.
Right. Delicious buffalo.
So good. Bison burgers are the shit.
Yeah, they are.
Bison burgers are the shit.
They're so expensive down here in Texas, though.
How much do they cost down in Texas?
So to buy like ground bison meat, they don't even sell it by the pound. It's like by the half pound, and it's like $8.
Damn.
Yeah.
There's
Whereas
a
like a
place where-
pound of beef down here is like $2 or something.
Yeah. There's a place outside of Pittsburgh. It sells bison burgers. I think for the bison burger patty itself, it's $12.
Ooh.
So I mean, well, that includes like the bun and like the fries, I think. But
Oh,
yeah,
so
it's
that's
$12.
cooked.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was talking about just buying like ground meat.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, okay.
It's actually cooked.
Gotcha.
But then it's like $1 per other topping or whatever. Wow. Yeah, I don't know.
So you have like a
There's
$20 burger.
There's actually quite a few bison ranches around here. So, all right. Well, anywho, we're on like shot 20 now, and back to questions
All right.
that we can leave into the show. You are currently working on a an application for DMs that revolves around roles for characters. You want to explain that a bit?
Sure. So originally the idea for this came from my own frustrations, right? I was using either the add-on roll call or, roles.org or com or whatever it is. But then I was having to track, who did I just roll for? Who were they attacking? All this kind of stuff. You'd have a big Word document open and you're trying to do all this. Same time people are talking to you in TeamSpeak. Chat's still scrolling by. It just got really cumbersome, I felt, to keep up with it. So I tried to make my own solution, I guess. And so I wrote a simple Python script that handles the roles for you. And it prompts you for the names as you're going along. And so it records all of this as you're going, so that you have a chronological listing of all the roles that happen, who was the player, who was their opponent, what they did in between, and the result. So that if you had to go back and look and see, okay, what happened, there it is.
All right. So what's the benefit of this over, let's say, rules.org? Is it primarily the ability to keep track of who is rolling at the time?
For me, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So when you go on rolls, unless you set up something really complicated, which I don't know how to do, excuse me, you just get a dice roll. That's it, right? You just get the result.
Yeah, you get 1 through 20 or 1 through 6, depending on what you're rolling for.
Right. So this will actually tell you, so-and-so attacked so-and-so with whatever and rolled whatever number and what the result was, whether that was a miss, a hit, critical hit, whatever.
Now, do you have to pre-input who's in play here? So let's just use Iandel, Havard, and Rockthor going against 2 Banekins as an example. Do you have to label each person, or does it keep track automatically?
So as of right now, it does not. So basically it just asks you, as you want to make the roll, you type in, you would say, okay, it'll ask you, who's the player? And you would say Iandel, right? And then it says, what kind of attack or defense are you rolling? And you would say, Firebolt or whatever, right?
Iandel doesn't use magic, so that's impossible.
Okay, fine. Okay, so you could say Iandel smacks Rockthor in the balls, right?
Okay, that's
with
fair.
With his staff.
That's very fair. That's actually very fair.
Right, and so then it would roll it for you, and it would tell you the result. But it would keep that result in a text file.
Right, and
so that if you had to go back to it, it's right there.
So you'd basically just have to have the health written down separately on a piece of paper or something.
So for now, what I typically do is open up a spreadsheet, and that's the only thing that I have to keep track of manually. Is the
health of each character?
Right.
Okay.
Eventually, that's going to be incorporated into the app, to where it will actually store those values and perform those calculations for you.
Well, that's pretty cool. So you'd be able to just, let's say, use the same example. You'd be able to have like Banekin 1, Banekin 2, and if, Havard's axe attack was successful against a Banekin, it would automatically subtract the health of said Banekin.
Yes, eventually.
That would make things so
I'm actually not a programmer, right? So I'm learning as this goes along. So everything so far has been written by me. I've had some help from Lycos, or the Brass Monkey guy.
Brass Monkey, that funky monkey.
Yeah, exactly. Apparently he's way more talented at this than I am, so I'm going to be leaning on him quite a bit. So keep kicking ass.
I still need to meet up with him IRL and get him drunk. I probably shouldn't say that because he's underage, but
I wasn't going to say anything, but yeah, okay.
yeah,
Fair enough.
yeah.
Hey, you can always come down to Austin, man.
I think I might at some point, honestly.
You missed South by Southwest. That's going on right now.
Is it really? Shit.
Yeah. Actually, Coheed and Cambria is playing Friday for free.
So tomorrow?
Yeah, holy shit. Yeah, that's tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I would come
I'm
down,
not
but I
going
also
'cause
want to
it's
open
like
up
the
a
middle of
soda
the day.
shop, so I kind of got to be a little conservative with my money here.
Right.
Yeah. Damn.
Right.
Screw the soda shop. I'm coming to see South by Southwest.
Yeah, Havard and Coheed, man. Do it.
Okay, so I mean, we're almost at the end here. There's something more. So if the listeners don't know, Havard and I have been friends for a very long time. I'd say a year and a half. Close along those lines, anyway. I recently found out that you were ordained as a Dudist priest.
I was.
So I mean, like that's amazing news because I love the Big Lebowski.
Right.
I love the dude.
Mm-hmm.
I basically try to live my life as the dude.
I'm trying as well.
It's very hard anymore to do that because
It is.
it's an election year.
Because there's nihilists everywhere.
Exactly. And there's
And
not
and
enough white Russians in the world.
And rug pissers.
That rug really tied the room together, man.
It-
So what did it take to become a Dudist priest, and what can I do to become so?
All right, so I guess I'm going to be giving, like free advertising to dudism.com right about now. But that is the website of the Church of the Latter-day Dude.
Hold on. Ready for this?
Yep.
This episode of COS Update brought to you by dudism.com.
By the Church of the Latter-day Dude. So it literally took about 3 minutes of my life. I had to check 2 check boxes on an online form. And I am now an ordained Dudist priest in the Church of the Latter-day Dude. I can perform weddings and all that kind of stuff. So if you guys want to fly me out somewhere, let me marry you, it's all good. Or if not, we can just abide. Or I can give you advice on how to abide.
Really? That's all it takes is checking 2 boxes in 3 minutes
Yeah.
of your life?
Yeah, so you have to take a vow, right?
Hold on. I'm going to do this right now. So
Okay.
you walk me through. What do I need to type?
All right, so go to dudism.com.
All right. Loading. Yes.
All right, so on the left-hand
Ordained
side,
minister.
go to ordination.
Oh, wait.
And you should see a picture of Walter.
I have related links. Ready? How to become a minister, ordained minister, how to be ordained minister, what is an ordained minister, online Christian college, Christian seminary, become minister, Christian software, how to become a minister.
Do you even internet, man? Here, just follow this. Go to that.
Thank you. That's much better. Okay, so what can I do now?
All right, so you see Walter, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you see where it says proceed to ordination form?
Yes.
All right, do that.
Okay.
And fill that out.
Oh, that's a drink right there.
That was a good one, man. Came from my soul.
Yeah, that one actually was very good. How did I hear about Dudism?
Put my name in there.
Okay, you're gonna have to spell your last name.
Oh, here, I'll send it to you because I don't want everybody to know it.
Really? You don't want the masses to know?
Nope.
But they could be friends on Facebook with you like I am.
They could, and that would scare me. Because I actually like you.
That's fair.
Oh, and when you get to the vow, why don't you go ahead and read the vow to everyone?
Okay, should I put my address in? Is that necessary? It says optional,
I didn't put mine in.
Okay. Vow. All right, ready?
Mhm.
I vow to uphold the principles of dudism, to just take it easy, to be dude to everyone I meet, and to keep my mind limber.
There you go. That's it, man. That's all you got to do.
Affirm. I affirm that this ordination is for me and not for someone else or my dog or whatever.
Yep.
And then I just click ordain me.
That's it.
So, if my internet wasn't shit, I just got an email. This is amazing.
Right. Read the email. Right. It's pretty
The email
badass.
or the document?
Well, the first line of the email underneath the like important thing.
Hold on, let me get to my
Pretty good.
email. Congratulations. You may now call yourself an official dudist priest. You can also call yourself a reverend, minister, cleric, rabbi, or whatever you like. If you're interested in officiating at wedding ceremonies, please contact your local county clerk first to see if they recognize your new status as an ordained minister.
There you go, bro.
All right, look at that.
Welcome.
I
welcome
am now
to dudism.
officially a dude.
Right.
Or a dudist, I should say. Oh,
Good to have you with us.
this is such a great day. I got an interview with Havard. Havard told me to, become a dudist. So good.
Hey,
What is this?
I want you to take it easy.
I'm pretty sure I take it easy just about all the time.
Hey, and I also want to let you know that the Chinaman is not the issue here.
Am I the only one that cares about the rules around here?
Moki, this is league play. There are rules.
Oh, it's such a great movie.
It is. Okay, so do
All right.
we have anything else here, or do you wrap this
No,
up?
I think that
or-
was we're right around an hour. Look at that. We kept it within time frame.
Nice.
And that's it. I mean,
Outstanding.
congratulations on the interview.
All right. Appreciate it.
So, I mean,
I hope I don't sound like a
both,
total retard, you know?
well, I sound like a retard all the time.
Yeah, but you're a lovable retard.
It's very true. Very true.
I'm not quite so lovable.
Oh, come on now. I used to like you.
You used to. Exactly.
Well, I thank you for joining me.
I thank you for having me.
Hopefully this doesn't scare anybody away from joining the Hammer of Atmora.
I'm pretty sure that this is going to scare people away from COS and Hammer of Atmora.
That could be very true, actually.
Yeah. Although, I have to say, I kept the fucks to a minimum.
Well, right until there.
Damn it.
I think that was our actual first fuck.
It was actually like number 3.
Was it? Oh.
Yeah,
I
it
may have
was.
slipped on a few drinks. I'm still feeling about 24. So, my bottle of liquor is just about gone.
Yeah, I had them lined up. I've got like 5 empties. Here.
All right. Well,
This is how you do an interview, right?
This is how you do
it.
an interview. Yeah, there's nothing will be the same after this.
No. Pretty much everybody's going to hate us and think we're retarded after this.
Yes. I mean, I practically have to beg people to come onto the show.
Those fucking nihilists.
So good. All right, man. Well, thanks for hanging out.
Of course. We can just go back to normal conversation now, right?
I mean, we usually I officially end the show, and then we do that.
Oh, I thought we did that already.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Can we do
this the
that,
official
and
end?
then you can like just rewind that like 3 minutes back? You can do that, right?
I probably could.
But would you?
Yeah, that's the other issue. All
All
right.
right.
And
Meh. I really have to go pee now.
you know, I was gonna stop it, but then you said that. I think that might be the end.
This is going to be the greatest interview of all time.
Yeah, I think we did very well, actually. So, thanks.
You're welcome. And that's another beer.
All right, I'll stop recording now.
Now. Oh, I hate you. So that I didn't sound like I was...
I'm totally keeping that bit in the interview.
Oh, I hate you. You did call it a boomstick, by the way.
Did I? I thought I called it a boom stand.
No, you called the first time you called it a boomstick.
Well, I mean...
This is my boomstick.